request is my humble request to everybody is please mute your microphone so that others can hear the speaker's voice. So once again, a warm welcome and thank you so much for giving us your valuable time and recognizing the importance of Catalyst 2030 and collective how we could achieve Sustainable Development Goals by 2030. And voices of carers play a significant role in achieving those Sustainable Development Goals, without which it may not be possible to achieve. So as I said in my brief introduction, I will be presenting about carers worldwide overview, then how our model is being implemented on the ground will be presented by our esteemed colleague and partner organization, Moinul Islam from Bangladesh. Please, once again, my request is to mute. Maikata, if you don't mind, if any others are joining, if you could admit, that would be great.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. So once again, warm welcome. Just will take you through 15-20 minutes about caring for carers, an integrated approach to the inclusion of family carers in development agenda. I will lay the foundation, then how our model is being implemented on the ground. I will hand it over to Moinul Islam, Center for Disability in Development. So when it comes to the family carers, who are they? So quite often people ask question about who are the carers, who are family carers? So we have a very broad definition about the family carers. What I mean by carer is individual of any age who cares for or nurses a relative, friend, or a partner requiring this help due to physical or mental ill health, disability, old age, frailty, substance misuse, or any other cause. Friends, in particularly low and middle income countries, carers are invisible. They are among us, but we don't have the eyes to see them. They are most isolated. They are vulnerable due to caring responsibility. They are unable to take part in socio-cultural activities or participate in any other development activities. So it is important. How do we make sure that moving away from invisible to visible, creating a platform whereby carers have the ability to amplify their voices and fight for their rights and addressing their needs as well. So just I want to give you the quick highlight about the statistics on carers. When we done the survey in the 3 countries, India, Nepal, and Bangladesh, again, majority of caring is falls on women. 84% of carers are females. There are 2 other statistics is quite startling for us. As you can see, one side, the people who have been diagnosed with mental illness, they are receiving the support and treatment. Other side, carers. When we done the baseline survey, 79%, 8 out of 10 carers are experiencing anxiety and depression. Imagine if they were not able to receive the support and treatment, they would become the users of the health services. It is important to recognize and to start providing the support. And almost everybody experienced the financial worries, the difficulties in the financial burden. There are two adults are losing the income, and since they became a carer, they never had an opportunity to take time off. There is no respite for them. In fact, when there is a festival or Saturday or Sunday, we all spend time with family or friends. But unfortunately for carers, they don't have that choice. And there are so many young carers are there, no fault of their own. They end up caring siblings or parents. Due to that, they're having a significant challenges and impacting on their education, their whole uh, adulthood, the teenage life. So I just want you to spend some 30 seconds on these slides. This is the statistics about Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, has a population of more than 164 million population of Bangladesh. On the left-hand side, you can see 2.6 million people are living with severe mental illness. More than 460,000 people have been diagnosed with dementia. And there are more than 16 million people with disabilities are there. All these adults and children, all of them have carers, but we just don't know how many carers are there. On the contrary, if you look at in the UK, in Europe, just in UK, there are more than 6.5 million carers in UK. 1 in every 8 adults are carers. The contribution made by the carers in UK is 134 billion. That is the more than the health budget of entire country. Because of that, UK government has recognized the critical role played by the carers. And because of that, they have come up with a specific act, specific policies to support carers in the UK. So why not in the countries, low and middle income countries where carers worldwide is working in India, Nepal, and Bangladesh. In India, for example, we have more than 1.3 billion population in India. If I apply UK statistics, 1 in every 8 adults are carers, there is going to be minimum 170 million carers in India alone. That means 2.5 times the size of UK population, only carers, but there is no support for carers. However, recently we had a huge success in India, thanks to all the disability activists and the organization working in the disability sector, mental health sector, made it possible and recognized the importance of carers, particularly Rights of Persons with Disability Act and Mental Health Act bill. Both those two act for the first time in the history of India recognizes support to caregivers. We would like to see similar kind of support as enshrined in the policies and act in Nepal and Bangladesh as well. Third statistics is WHO talks about by 2030, there is going to be 400% increase in need for carers. Friends, what I'm trying to say is literally we are sitting on a bubble. We don't know when this bubble is going to burst. So it is important to start recognizing the issues of carers and supporting them. Sorry, something is happening with my slide. Yeah. So carers worldwide, who are we? We are the only organization exclusively and strategically raising not just the awareness and needs of unpaid family carers in low and middle income countries, but also we are providing the support to the carers, through our partner organization, we act as a catalyst, bring about systemic changes in the countries where we are working. My apologies, something is happening here. I'm not able to move the cursor. So I'm not going to dwell too much on Carers Worldwide vision and mission. It is very ambitious. We want to make sure that every carer in the world to be recognized, supported, addressing their issues, whether it is physical issue, emotional issue, economic or social well-being. In the mission statement, there are three critical words are there. One is how do we recognize and respond to the carers? Second is it is important to recognize the role of carer has emerged because of the caring responsibility. How do we create that nurturing environment between these two individuals? So what is it we do? This is our model, which is holistic, sustainable model. It's quite simple and scalable model around providing the emotional support. Not going to dwell too much detail on this model because our partner organization is going to explain in detail how it is being implemented and what changes they are able to see. So when I said that our engagement, the systemic change through working in partnership, we work with all kinds of stakeholders, whether it is service providers, carers themselves. We promoted through partner organizations, carers groups, district level carers association, carers committee, state level forum, and we have a plans to promote National Alliance on Carers organization. We had one preliminary meeting in Nepal, and we will be promoting Nepal Alliance on Carers organization. Also, we work with the international organization and the intergovernmental organization as well. So again, not too much to dwell on to impact on our work, success to date. Carers Worldwide started 10 years ago, and this year is the 10th anniversary. We started with just 250 carers to begin with. Today, we have transformed the lives of more than 101,20,000 carers and cared for individuals and their family members. We have promoted 10 carers organization, 4 state level carers forum, and there are 2 cooperatives, carers only cooperatives are there. So you are welcome to look at more details on our impact and achievement on our website, carersworldwide.org. To continue the impact, again, we have a series of collaboration and engagement with academic institute in UK, also in India, various organizations. We have 15 partners. And we are recognized by various organizations. We have built evidence, done several baseline reports and one policy. I request everybody to mute. Thank you. So what has been our learning? One is by providing the support to carers, just a little bit of support to carers, you not only improve their health and well-being, you will improve their quality of carers. Friends, inclusion and hearing the voices of carers is the only way to achieve the long-lasting sustainable development goal. 5 of sustainable development goals are directly impacted to the carers. Without their participation, without their involvement, it is very difficult to achieve sustainable development goals. Second is to the healthcare system. Carers are the unpaid army keeping everything going on. Imagine our whole health system is depending on carers. Whatever professionals, whether it is a physiotherapist, a speech therapist, or psychiatrist, any professionals, whatever they are providing the support, transferring knowledge, skills, it is the carers who are implementing that. To service providers, many of the organizations on this virtual platform, many of those organizations who are providing the services to the care for individuals, in my opinion, carers are the catalyst turning the therapy into a success. And to doctors, carers are the expert by experience. They may not know how to read or write, they may not have gone to university, but they do know how to take care of their loved one. Can we recognize that? Can we appreciate that? Can we acknowledge the wonderful role they are doing day in, day out? Finally, they are indispensable. Millions and millions of patients are cared for individuals. Carers are indispensable. They act as mother, father, husband, wife, brother. That makes each day possible. So now I would like to hand it over to our colleague from Bangladesh. Over to you, Manul Bhai. So at the end, we'll have an opportunity to ask any questions. And thank you so much for listening, and stay connected. And you have a lot of information available on our website. Thank you so much.
I apologize, but our participants, they ask you to share it on full screen of the presentation, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Because that is what I done the full screen. For some reason, it wasn't moving to the next slide. Over to you, Manul.
Thank you, Arinda, for your very informative presentation. And it's really lucky. We are lucky the part of this organization, Carers Worldwide. Now I am going to present our practical aspects, like work with carers in Bangladesh.
The school reopened now.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Okay. So thanks again to participate very lovely events. So this is Moinul from Center for Disability Development Bangladesh. So I'm going to just share our experience with carers and what we are doing in Bangladesh after successful piloting one project with a few numbers of carers. Already Anilda mentioned that who are unpaid carers. So basically the issue is the carers are invisible, isolated, and the vulnerable. And because of their caring responsibility, so carers are not able to contribute in the national GDP. They are losing their education. Their physical and mental health are not that much good. Social interaction, stigma, no other helping hands, like NGOs and other organizations. So due to their caring responsibilities, they are not doing this. You can see there is a lovely pictures. One Down syndrome baby. So just 30 seconds I said that her mother is totally maintain her family. Because of that, this child's her father left the family, and now this mothers received training from the carers project. Now they are very good in the tailoring and they are maintaining their families, and the lovely daughters are also going to the school. And this is carers model. Just I would like to start from here. Because of that, CDD, Center for Disability and Development, started these activities in Bangladesh from 2018, end of the 2018. Basically, it was from 1st of the 2019, and then the COVID started. So that time, we have one pilot project with the carers worldwide. We call it testing project on the carers. So that project, we have just implement this carers model, and based on that, now we are working 1,008 carers in one location in Bangladesh. So these 5 elements, I will explain what we are doing with the carers. So if I explain very shortly what we are doing based on the carers model with the 1,008 carers. So the first, we have introduced and informed you all, we need the resource, country resource on carers issue. So now we can say the in Bangladesh, CDD developed with the support of carers worldwide, the people's human resource, now they are able to work with carers. And one is the big platform we can say in Bangladesh now. There is a carers group close to Dhaka. There is a 50 carers group are now performing very well to achieve their rights and their dignity. Another issue is another activities we are doing very closely. Because of that, when we are make piloting project with the carers, that time we need we observe that we need to think about their physical and mental health. So through the project and with the local hospital, we have arranged their physical and mental health treatment or support camp at the doorstep. At the same time, we also think that we need to conduct the psychosocial counseling with the carers, but it's a very rare in the community level. So that's why you have developed the barefoot counselor from the carers leaders. So they are playing the very good role in terms of counseling of the carers. Another thing that carers are always inside the house, nobody is there. So we are think that we need to use this resource, and carers are very much happy to work willingly. So we have provided training, and now they are involved in the different livelihood activities to reduce their poverty, family poverty. And another issue is very interesting, that the community caring center. So this is, we call say the platform of the carers. This community caring center basically the carers and their children are coming there for their short break and respite. So this center, they are doing different types of activities for their loneliness and isolation and their mental health support. So in our next slide, I will discuss on this community caring center. So in a brief, short, we can say this is the key activities related with the support of carers worldwide who are now with the carers in Bangladesh. So again, on next slide, you see the livelihood activities. So at the moment in Bangladesh, total 1,008 carers are already shared with you. So around 50% of those carers, are involved in the livelihood activities. So we are seeing the very nice photos. One carers are involved in the swing and another carers involved in the cow goat rearing. Yes, now back to the community caring center again. So community caring center. So this is the lovely place of the carers for their short break and enjoy their lives beside their regular caring responsibility. So respite and short break from the caring responsibilities, this center is ensuring the carers and improve their physical and mental health. We are very much happy to introduce the physiotherapists in the center once a week. So these physiotherapists are providing support, physical support to the carers and their children's loved one if they need any therapy. And we have the barefoot counselor. So they are also conducting the ventilation support for the carers with the gossiping and discuss with different issues. Empowered as a carer. So this is the platform where carers are encouraged and they are doing, they are thinking they can do for their families and the countries and their children's. And finally, these platforms, they are sharing their experience and achievements. Just one example. So one carer is very happy with their children because of that he knows where she can get the services. So this experience is shared with other carers so that this sharing help to the carers, other carers to know details about the services. Basically, the community caring center is a platform the carers for their beautiful life. Besides that, we are also doing providing support to the mental health of carers. So we have different activities in the last slide. We have shared that the key activities. So through these key activities, we are also providing the mental health support to the carers. Just one example, the carer self-help group meeting. So in these meetings, we have the options to talk with each other, and we have the options to share their experience. As a result, their mental health becoming well. Another issue, another activities, the home visits, which we are doing regularly to discuss with carers for their livelihood, for their health, and for their children's further development. And our barefoot counselor, from 1,008 carers, we have selected 25 carers leaders, and we provided barefoot counseling training to the 25 carers. Now they are conducting the barefoot counseling over the phone as well as through the home visit. Another elements of the carers model is health. So we are doing health support in the two way. One is the direct face-to-face health camp and their doorstep. Another is the telemedicine. So in this health camp, we have 5 members resource team. One is female doctors, one male doctors, and one is female physiotherapist, one is male physiotherapist, and one is the counselor. So these 5 members teams are going to the village where the health camp is held. So they are providing support to the carers and their children. And our project teams are organized these events basically in the local school or local government office. This venue we are using for that purpose. And also barefoot counseling, you know very well these things. And finally, we are doing the, if any carers need tertiary level services or higher level services, that time we are linked with this service with the carers. Because of that, all service is not available in the health camp. And when you are doing the health camp and telemedicine support, you are see the, there is 2 pictures in the slide. So one is one carer talk with the doctors, who is the part of the caring carers activities, and one is the doctors talking with carers in the camp. So health and telemedicine is the very essential And it's a very good elements for the carer. Because of that, if the carer is not good health, so how he will raise their voice, or how she will raise their voice. The next element of the carers model is advocacy and networking. So, we have started the work in Bangladesh 2019 first from January, we can say. And till now, our achievement is we have 50 carers group, 8 cluster level committee, and 1 district level association. So these groups is our research group. We are saying that to advocate their rights and policy level change in our country level. So now our district level carers association, it's a 15 members association, guiding and collaborating with the government officials to support each other. Finally, our objective is
just 1 second. Please, may I request mute your speaker phone, please? Thank you. Okay, back to you, Manu.
And our main objective is this carer association will be the lead organization in Bangladesh, and through this association, 64 districts will be the carers group or apex body will be formed. So this is our next plan in Bangladesh. We will do it. So at the moment we are working with the governments and local governments for the carer rights and just registration of the carer association. That means government approval of the carer association. We are working. The photos you saw, the one carers in the speech. So basically that was on forum. So carers are sharing their voice, their rights, their needs in this event. And finally, I would like to share a few quotes by the carers. Jasmine, one of the carers, she said that she always helpless and her life was painful. Now he is involved in the carers group, and he is an active member of the carers self-help groups, and now he thought that he is valued and part of the decision making of the family, and as well as the activities of the carers project in the community. And since Lolita, he also said that now I am earning and contributing my family, as well as I am accepted in the community. So now they are believed that the carers are an important resource in the country. Years back, it was totally absent when we are working with the carers. And China Begum, she also said that as a carer, I was depressed and had anxiety. This was now gone. I can meet other carers at community caring center and spend quality time. So just 3 carers share their feelings or quote to know the details of the carers model in our country. So in the models, all carers touch the models. Now they have the leadership. Now they have the platform. Now they have the earning source. Now they have the advocacy capacity, and they have the skill on different trend. So besides that, they are receiving support for their loved one also. So this is the code we are collect from the carers because of this event. Thank you. Now we can share if you have any discussion on our presentation. Can you hear me, Aninda? Hello.
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 Hello. Hello, sir. Hello.
Yes, we can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry. Thank you for your detailed presentation. Regarding mental health, what is the system in Bangladesh? support mental health.
Sorry, please. Again, please.
Hello. So what is the system? What is the system available in Bangladesh government for the support supporting for mental health programs?
Okay. We have in Bangladesh, we have the government institute on mental health. So it's a capital central level as well as the few district level also. But if they need support from the countryside, then they are talking with the district level hospital. And if there is a psychiatric or counselor is available, that time they are getting service from this person. And if there is no, that time they are also linked with their beneficiaries or patients to the other organization, those who are providing support, mental health support like CDD.
That the services are available in primary health centers also.
The services, sorry, I'm not understand, services for?
In primary level, in village level. That the primary
the sub-district level, the counselor is available, but the tertiary level, you'll see you have the all set up. And psychiatric and counseling all set up in the tertiary level. As well as a few district level, also you have the setup in hospital. But organizations.
What about block level, sir?
Block level, that's in village level, the organization, that means NGOs, those who are working, they are providing the mental health support to the beneficiaries. But basically, we have the good networking. That means good referral system from village to center. So if there is need higher level services, they are referred to the beneficiaries to the central level. But first, we are providing support in the local level through the counselor.
Thank you so much, Manul Bhai. Just I want to say that I am connected from Nepal, another partner organization. So Nepal is not that great here. So that is why with difficulties. I'm on a remote area of Kathmandu. So once again, I would like to say huge thanks to Manul Bhai and his team for doing excellent work with carers in Bangladesh, in and around the Sawar district. Friends, I want to say a couple of things, then we'll open for a few more questions. What myself and Manul Bhai we shared and talked about, it is not a rocket science. It's just a common sense. 25, 30 years ago, we had a joint family, extended family. People used to live together, support each other. Unfortunately, that system is demographically, it is changing faster than one could imagine. Now more and more nucleus families. How do we recognize the role of carers and start asking just a simple questions? How are you? Do you need any help? Just giving 1 or 2 hours time for themselves to re-energize and recharge their batteries, they will continue to provide the care. And the second is, I want to say is, our intervention is like just a drop of ink in a bucket full of water. You don't need a whole bottle of ink to change the color, just a little bit of support. You can see miracle happening right in front of your eyes. And finally, friends, I know on this virtual platform, there are more than 50 participants have joined. I can guarantee at least 10% of this audience has caring role. What I'm trying to say is, during this last 10-year journey, one thing I have recognized and realized is all of us on this planet, one or the other day, we all will become either carer or somebody will be caring us. It doesn't discriminate whether you are rich or poor. It doesn't discriminate whether you are actor or astronaut. It doesn't discriminate whether you are scientist or singer. It affects each one of us. To achieve our sustainable development goals, let us make a pledge let us commit today to highlight not just the issue of carers and provide the support to carers. And with that, I would like to open, if you have any questions, would like to ask either Moinul or myself. Thank you so much. We have another 7 minutes. Please, may I request people to mute their microphone? Thank you. Any questions? Or comments you would like to make? Or you can say that what is it you would like to make one pledge from today's presentation? What is it you will do in your own life as an individual for carers? Either you can type in the chat box or you can unmute and say.
At the moment, Anil in Nepal, but tomorrow he will travel to India. It was a 30 days mission in India. So I am really thankful and grateful to Anil da. So Indian peoples, Indian communities and Indian carers are doing a lot in the field of carers. I think carers worldwide contribution through Anil da, it's really great. So not our presentation, if anyone from our Indian experienced persons, some carers, can share their experience or you can share their input in our presentation. So that will be helpful for us for further improvement of our presentation. So because of that, from the beginning, I already shared with you. So we have started just 2 years back the carers model in Bangladesh, but it's not a rocket science already. Anil mentioned that, and it's a huge impact. We are seeing the huge impact in our community level as well as the government level. So now we are thinking about the expand this carers model to other districts also, because we are saying that it is the successful piloting in Savar, that means close to Dhaka. There is one sub-district in Savar, we are working there. So now our carers in countryside are waiting for these services. Because of that, the last month I visited one district very close to Calcutta. So I met 3-4 families, and they don't know as a carers they need support or they need they have capacity to do something for the country as a country resource. So we feel that we need to start in the countryside now. Because of that, the carers is a country resource, need to recognize it soon. So because of that, if carers are not provide support to their children, so persons with disabilities or children with disabilities not able to work and not able to move forward. You know, Kolkata is very close to our country. So one doctor in Kolkata, he said that if you saw your children will walk, you should run with your children. So that means the doctors mentioned that as a carer, you have to do lot to walk your children or build the capacity of children. So we can say the first resource or first family resource or first country resource of the persons with disabilities is carers. So please, if you have any inputs from your experience, it will be helpful or it will be enhance our presentation. Thank you, Anindra. If you have any.
Thank you, Manil Bhai. There is one question is there from Ananta Agastya. Are there any models where carers have taken the responsibility for responsibility for lifetime care of people of mental illness? Short answer is yes, there are some models are there, Ananta, but those are social entrepreneurs. Carers whose life has been affected, but they have set up their own social enterprise model in the Western world like Europe and the UK, where they are taking care of people with mental illness for the rest of their life, but they are supported by the government to run these homes, but it is run by carers themselves. What Manul and myself we are talking about is like such kind of models may not be appropriate in the countries where we are working in low and middle income. How can we strengthen the family support system? Whereas nearly 60% of the population living in rural areas, they cannot afford to pay for such kind of, neither government has such policies to support. Of course, government has their own homes running, but not able to meet everybody's need. And so only way is to strengthen the family support system and create a nurturing environment within the family and the society, so that people will start recognizing and started supporting the carers' issues and need. It's just a little bit of support they need. I just want to give another example, like we all work in a charitable sector or whatever corporate sector, or if our higher ups or somebody, our colleague appreciate our work, we feel good about it. On the contrary, for carers, there is no appreciation. Nobody is asking. On the contrary, we make them feel more guilty because you are not doing good enough. So that needs to change. That is what we are talking about. If you just start acknowledging and asking simple question, how are you? Do you need any help? Another example I want to give is all of us have an experience of visiting a hospital when one of our relative is sick or poorly, and we visit and take fruits or bread or biscuits or whatever it is. We ask 101 question to person who is lying on the bed, but there is somebody sitting next to the bed. He is a carer, whether it is mother, wife, or husband, or children. We fail to engage with them. The moment you ask, how are you? Do you need help? You will see 90% of cases, their eyes are filled with tears. So just whenever you go, ask them, okay, go out for an hour, get some fresh air. I will sit with here. Because that person is worried about whether my mother or father or husband or wife, they will come home or not. Not only about that worries, but also other worries as well they have. So it is making sure that there is someone to talk to. That is what Moinul was talking about. Just a simple idea about there is someone to turn to, like training those 25 barefoot counselor. Each one has the responsibility of 40 carers to make sure they can reach out any family issue, relationship issue, anything they want to talk about. It is just a simple concept. Let us make next 7-8 years not just caring visible, but we will commit to carers not just to highlight their issues, but we also support carers to achieve long-lasting sustainable development goals. I really would like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who have taken their time off, especially such a valuable time during the day, and being with us and listening to carers issue and how carers worldwide and partner organizations are able to support. I'm really sorry, we are running out of time. Please feel free to reach out to either Moinul or us. And our website is, as you have seen in my presentation slides, carersworldwide.org. You will have many information available. Once again, I want to thank Catalyst 2030 for giving us this platform and the opportunity to highlight at a global level. I do hope other groups will also consider and involve carers in the work they are doing. Thank you, Maikata and